Greetings and welcome to a surprise Sunday morning Vodkast Podcast. Oh, don't think I didn't see you there. That's all you get. A little spurt. I still made a fucking mess everywhere. This is ridiculous. After I'm done recording this, actually, this is a whole test run. This you may never see this. Is my point. But here's the thing: is I had something I wanted to talk about this morning, and because I did, I figured I would take the time. So this will be, first of all, this is the first episode I've ever filmed anything in 4K. So if this works out and I'm able to edit in 4K, the Vodkast Podcast just got a boost in quality, motherfucker. Second of all, I actually hold on. I don't want to ruin the surprise here. I was at Walmart yesterday, and I saw something on clearance. It wasn't that piece of cat hair. And it excited me to no end because it's going to allow me to do one more Oreo comparison that I did not believe I was going to be able to do. Now, it's not going to be perfect. However, let me introduce you to Hydrox Crushed Cookie. That's right. You know what I plan on doing with this? I'm going to take the cream out of one of the Newmans, which I believe was probably one of the closer and certainly better creams in all of the Oreos. And I'm going to coat it in this dust, this crushed cookie crumbles. And when all is said and done, we will have a head-to-head of Hydrox versus Oreo. Now, I know 3 months from now, I'm going to be at the store and be like, oh, fuck, there's the Hydrox. And of course, yes, we will do it again. But when I saw these, I couldn't leave them. Like, there's the fucking Hydrox logo. It's Hydrox. This is the cookie. It's bits and pieces, but it's still the cookie. After this first edition of 4K Vodkast Podcast is in the can, I am going to send it over to my good friend Bob Melanson. I've been having some weird audio issues lately. I think I'm just too soft when I come in, like, especially when I'm mixing stuff into it, like the Peter Griffin stuff from the last episode. Like, I'm not thinking about that when I'm editing. When I'm editing, I'm thinking about how I want it to look. Obviously, if there's a huge sound difference, it jumps out at me. But I didn't notice it with that, but Bob noticed it. So I'm hoping with his help, we can get this sounding absolutely perfect. Just like everything else in my life. Absolutely perfect. Let me show you a little something. I want to show you something. You ever see this tattoo? No? Did you ever see one of those? Yeah, I got my first shot today. It was the easiest shot. Now, I don't remember a lot of shots. I probably haven't a shot in 20 years. No, that's not true. I don't know. At least 10, though. And I never felt it. Like, it felt like something was itchy for a second. That was it. That's all I ever felt. I guess that's not what I should be focusing on. It was crazy. When I first got there, they gave us everybody had appointments and you have a 15-minute window, which is absolutely horseshit bullshit. They just want to get everybody in and out the door. So there was a line that was huge and I'm like, motherfucker, like, this sucks. I'm like, I know that's privilege and I'm like, hey, I deserve to get to the front line. But the fact of the matter is like there was appointments and you schedule appointments in your life because you have a life outside of that. And I certainly appreciate this is a lot of volunteers being there and I'm not knocking any of them. I will also say this, that I have nothing to complain about because the whole process was just like, boom, in and out, done. I did stay around. They gave you the option to stay for 15 or 30 minutes just to make sure you weren't going to die or like your arm wasn't going to fall off or something. So I decided to stay 15 just to see. And so far I'm feeling great. I'm sure, there might be some stuff coming. Certainly the arm pain. I've heard everybody's pretty much had that pain in the arm. Just like I'm a pain in the ass to society. That's something I want to talk about too. Well, let me talk about let me talk about that first. I used to be and I hate to use this term, the freak that walked into the room. I'm a spectacle. I'm an attention whore. Not so much anymore, but when I was younger, so I had the white blonde hair with the purple streaks, and it was just, when you saw me coming, it's kind of who I wanted to be, the look I wanted to be. Anywho, man, times they are a changing. When I sat there and I watched some of the, not younger teens, but like the I don't know, early 20s, late teens coming in, I looked at them and I felt like an old man. I was like, what the fuck is that kid wearing? Like top to bottom, unmatching fluorescent. Like I'm talking about like hot pink jogging pants, like a bright orange, like shitty sweatshirt. Not like even it might have been a hooded sweatshirt. I can't remember. And like pale, like fluorescent blue socks and like from head to toe. And I'm judging this kid up and down. I'm like, wow, I'm such a douchebag. Like people probably did that of me when I walked around, you know, when I was, and I wasn't, you know, I didn't have a lot of crazy piercings. I had a labret piercing that I eventually took out because it fucked my gums up. Thanks, Alan. But that's not the point. The point is when I got there, it wasn't until I got inside. There was probably about maybe 100 people outside in the line. I was like, holy shit, we're going to be here all day. No, we kept moving and moving and moving and moving. And, but when I got inside, I was just like, it hit me a little differently than it has since last year. Like this pandemic has awakened my inner, what's the actor? Maybe he wasn't an actor. I can't remember who he was, but he locked himself. No, it wasn't Hugh Hefner. Hugh, not Grant. I can't remember who it was. Anywho, he locked himself in a room and like kept his shit, and like it was just weird. Like I don't think I'd ever get to that extreme, but this last year has shown me that like I don't really need to go out that much. Like if I need something, I can sometimes get it on Amazon, or I can at least pick it up at Walmart, like at their, you know, their grocery pickup drop off thing. And to see all these people here and realizing like, not that I didn't realize that everyone was being affected by this. I realized that the day that I realized toilet paper. I'm saying realize a lot. I'm sorry. I came to the knowledge on the day that I went to go get toilet paper and couldn't for the first time. And like after that, it wasn't until this moment when I realized how many people were in this together in a way. I don't know how I was feeling. It moved me to almost tears though. Like as I looked up and down these lines of people, you know, you go in the door and they check your name to make sure you're on the list. And then they send you through the first line, which they give you some information to read. And then you get to these other people and then they send you to a table, whichever one's open. Then they look up your name and then you get the shot and they fill out the little card and you get a sticker, which I don't know about that. Like, I'm on the fence. I was talking to some friends last night and they said when people show their like, you know, their ID cards and stickers and stuff on Facebook, it's like almost like slapping other people in the face. But I don't see it that way at all. It's just like, I mean, if my friends showed me that they'd gotten their, you know, look at this. Like I'm a fucking little kid. I wish I got a prize when I went out. At least that, you know, chocolate or something. So I got my first shot today and I'm not super excited about it. Like I'm surprised that I was able to get one. Like when I filled out the, what do you call it? I can't remember words anymore. Like I'm getting real bad where I can't remember the registration. So when you filled out the registration, like they ask you all these questions, like, are you obese? Are you overweight? Which I'm probably a little overweight, but I still said no. Cause I'm like, if I get it, I may not be the healthiest guy in the world, but I'm a lot healthier than most people that probably need it before me. So I wasn't going to get it. So I got the email saying that like immediately almost they're like, hey, what appointment do you want? And it's like there was, I don't know, I don't want to say thousands, but certainly, yeah, I'd say about at least 1,000 appointments available to take. So I took it and I went with it and I hope I didn't take a shot away from somebody else, but it seems like now like it's going to be easier and easier to get with the Johnson and Johnson approved, which I was actually kind of hoping for because that's supposed to be more effective towards the extreme effects of it. And I'm not worried about getting sick. I'm worried about getting real sick. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? I don't know if there's anything on here. Okay, just got my birthday name here. So there it is. That's what my registration card looks like for or vaccination record card. The funny thing is one day this will go into a box somewhere after this is long over and I don't need to have access to it. And my kids in 30, 40 years will pull it out and be like, what the fuck is this? And they'll be like, remember that time? Like it was like a year we didn't go to school because of the pandemic. I'd be like, oh yeah, what about that? Either that or the world will be hell then. And they'll be like, we got to go through all his lock stuff. He's got to have weapons in here somewhere. I don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what that meant. Maybe I'm just not as hopeful for the future of this planet as Gaga blog. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. It's Saturday morning. The goddamn kids are still sleeping, but they were up as late as I was, and I was in a Zoom meeting till past 1 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to let them sleep, and I am going to catch up on a little rest that I need myself. So I hope you guys love it. I hope this makes it out there for you guys to see and hear. And I'll catch you guys next week. Bunch of stuff for us to do next week. So we'll catch up then. You guys take care of each other. Make somebody smile today. And I'll see you in the next episode of the Vodkast Podcast. Boy, howdy.